Far, far out in the country, there was an ancient manor house. Who lived there? The king's assistant, the squire, lived there. The squire had 2 sons. These 2 sons were both very intelligent and clever. They could answer any question you asked. The 2 sons heard of the prince's proclamation. Whoever is the most intelligent man who can answer any of my questions that lives nearby, I will accept his marriage proposal. The 2 brothers were excited about that. They went to their father and said, "We want to propose marriage to the princess." The father said, "That's fine, go right ahead, and I will give you each a horse. I'll give you a white one and you a black one." Both sons were excited as they mounted their horses. The people and the servants from the area lined the streets, wishing them well and encouraging them on. Now, in the back, here comes the 3rd son. What's going on?" The 2 sons on the horses said, "Haven't you heard? The princess has made a proclamation. She will accept the marriage proposal of any man who is the most intelligent and able to answer any question who lives here in the area." Really? I want to marry her too." "Oh, please. What a nitwit. I can't believe it." He went to his father and said, I want a horse too, like my brothers. I want to propose marriage to the princess." The father said, "Don't you know you are a nitwit? You're not intelligent. You can't even speak right. In fact, you don't even look right. You're ugly." "Oh, but I want to marry her, I do." The father said, "Okay, but I'm not going to give you a horse." "Well, that's all right. Doesn't matter to me. I'll ride the billy goat." And he mounted the billy goat and started off. The brothers had already taken off on their horses. As they were riding, they were thinking about how to answer the princess's questions. Both of them were pondering that thought. In the back, here came Clodhopper on the billy goat. He noticed something on the side of the road, went over and picked it up, and saw a dead bird. He put it into his pocket, got back on his goat, and chased his brothers and actually caught up with them. The brothers looked, and he said, "Look, a dead bird." The brothers said, "What? What is this for?" I'm going to give it to the princess." "You're going to give her that? A dead bird?" "Yeah, yeah." Oh, they continued to ride on, and they left him behind. But Clodhopper kept riding on his billy goat. He saw something else on the side of the road and picked it up, too. Wow, beautiful. He put that into his pocket and got back on the billy goat. He raced to catch up with his brothers. The brothers looked and saw him again. Here he is. What do you want?" Look, I've got a shoe. Isn't it pretty?" The shoe was old. A shoe? What are you going to do with that?" "I'm going to give it to the princess. I am." "The princess? An old shoe?" Yeah, Oh, brother. Clodhopper put it back into his pocket, but his brothers took off, and they had already arrived to the king's palace. Clodhopper was in the back, just taking his time on the billy goat. He saw something else that was kind of neat on the side of the road and went over and picked up some mud. It was the good kind of mud. He put that into his pockets too, got back onto the billy goat and rode on. He drew nearer and nearer. And nearer and nearer, and finally arrived at the king's beautiful palace. He got off the billy goat and walked into the palace, and to his surprise, he saw a long, long, long line of men, all of whom wanted to marry the princess. He went into the palace and was jostled by the crowd. People were pushing and shoving, and he tried to keep his place in line. The princess said, "Next." The man would slowly walk towards the princess, but he realized it was kind of hot. Whew, it's hot in here. Ooh. The princess said, "Yes, my father is roasting roosters." And the man just kind of looked at her, didn't have anything to say. The princess waited. Out, out, out. And the man walked out of the palace. The next man in line came up, and as he began to enter the room, he was hit with a wall of heat. Whew, it's hot in here. Whew, can't believe it. The princess said, "Yes, it's hot in here, that's right. My father is roasting roosters." The man just kind of stumbled and didn't know what to say. The princess waited, and he didn't have a response. Out, 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 out. The man stumbled backwards out of the door. One after the other, the men came, and the princess said, "Out, out, 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 out." And finally, Clodhopper walked up to the princess, and he realized, boy, it's hot in here. Whew, it's hot. Huh. The princess said, "Oh, yes, you're right. It's hot in here." "Do you know why it's hot?" "Well, my father is roasting roosters." Oh, really? Really? Can he fry my bird, too? Can he fry my bird?" The princess was surprised. He actually had something to say. The princess said, "Oh, well, that's nice. But how are you going to fry your bird? We have already used all of the pots and pans here. We have no more left." Don't worry. I have something. Look, a shoe. We can put the bird in the shoe. Is that okay?" The princess said, Well, that's fine. It looks like we'll have plenty to eat, but how do you plan on making some gravy to make it extra delicious?" "Oh, no problem. I have plenty. Look, I have this wonderful mud we can use. Look at it. We can pour it over the bird and like gravy. How's that?" The princess looked at him and said, "Yes, I'll marry you." Clodhopper said, "Us? Married? Great!" And he gave her a big hug.